Revolver didn't start like a victory lap. It started like four guys who were just sick of being chased by screaming teenagers and playing the same songs like a jukebox that couldn't unplug itself. So by 1966, the Beatles were the biggest thing on Earth, and somehow also bored out of their minds. Touring had turned into a circus where nobody could hear the music anyway. So they did what any burned out band might do. They walked into the studio and decided, more or less, what if we just stopped pretending the stuff has to work live? And the turmoil wasn't dramatic in a tabloid sense, it was quieter, like a midlife crisis with better haircuts. Paul McCartney was drifting toward art and experimentation. John Lennon was pushing his mind in directions that didn't come with a map. And George Harrison was falling deep into Indian music and spirituality. Everyone was pulling in a slightly different direction, like a band trying to steer a car with four steering wheels. And yet, instead of crashing, they started making weirder but better music. Songs stopped being about boy meets girl and started being about loneliness and identity and whatever was going on inside their heads at 3 a.m. And the villain of the story, it's not a person, it's just the limitations. The old rules of rock were sitting there like a grumpy dad telling them to keep it simple, keep it short, and keep it playable. And the band basically said, nah, because inside EMI Studios, they started breaking those rules like kids snapping pool cues over their knees. Tape loops spun around the room on pencils and mic stands. Tomorrow Never Knows became a sonic experiment that sounded less like a band and more like your brain after too much late-night radio. Eleanor Rigby ditched guitars completely for strings, like they'd wandered into a film score by accident and decided to stay. The old way of making records didn't stand a chance. The resolution came when they stopped trying to compromise. Instead of asking, can we play this live, they asked, does this sound interesting? So that's how you end up with a children's sing-along like Yellow Submarine, sitting next to something as hypnotic and strange as Tomorrow Never Knows. It's like flipping channels between a Saturday morning cartoon and a philosophy lecture and realizing somehow it just works. They leaned into the chaos, trusted their instincts, and let the studio become an instrument instead of just a recording space. What Revolver left behind is bigger than the songs itself. It's the moment rock stopped acting like a bar band and started acting like an art form with no ceiling. After this, everyone, from garage bands to prog nerds, felt like they had permission to get weird. It didn't just change what albums sounded like, it changed what they could be. And it all came from a band that got tired of playing the same set every night and decided to see what would happen if they didn't.